Hi all, welcome back to TEM Expo. Our next speaker, Andi Pringle, is also known by her tech pseudonym, TEM Girl. She has been doing telecom expense management for over 15 years and has experience working both on the carrier side as well with large enterprises. In her session, The Art of Inventories, Andi is going to show you her perspective on the arts and skills associated with being a technology auditor and analyst and in supporting your portfolio of inventories for managing technology. As a reminder, this chat room is an opportunity to interact. Andi's right here in the chat room with you, so you can ask her any questions that might come up. And also please press hashtag, hashtag, hashtag in that chat room to show your applause if there are any points you love, and at the beginning and the end of each session. The speaker is in the house. Please welcome Andi TEM Girl Pringle to TEM Expo. Andi TEM Girl Pringle.
Well, hi, and thank you for having me here. I hope everyone is keeping safe and healthy out there. I'm Andi Pringle, and as you said, I'm known as TEM Girl to some because of my love of telecom expense, especially inventory and auditing all the things. I really love deep diving. A little about me is that I have 15 years of TEM experience along with 5 years of provisioning. I live near Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm an artist also who works mainly with wood. And this brings me to the art of inventorying. I view TEM as a work of art and also as a mystery novel. The painting is the inventory, the auditing is the mystery, and today is all about the painting. The process of bringing up an image of a subject or the theme of the inventory, or what am I inventorying, choosing the colors and building the colors on the canvas is what is in the inventory. It starts out messy, but ends up hopefully as a well thought out and cohesive work of art. And work is the key word here. So you have a blank canvas and an idea of what you need to inventory. Now what? Where and what do you begin with? What are some of the first things you need to be able to manage your telecom expenses? You need to know what you have right now, you need to know where it is located, and you need to know how much it costs. The list of questions to ask yourself are endless, and I am here to hopefully help you make sense of it and perhaps help you build better inventories. In creating a piece of art, regardless of the medium, you need different types of supplies. In telecom expense, this means having multiple inventories. For example, circuits are usually lumped in two main types of services. There's voice and data. Both of these look the same in the invoices, but they need different information tracked and recorded. You also should have an inventory of accounts with the various vendor information, contracts with all the important top-level terms like expiration dates and commitment agreements, and a list of all the main contacts for the vendors and your customers, internal or external, that are impacted by these agreements. From those, you will be able to link services to contract agreements and find other information regarding the services and devices within your hand's reach. I personally have an inventory or a tracker of each account, and this includes previous and current invoice information. And I have an inventory of ticket statuses on accounts and circuits, etc. I keep them handy for reference and to trend any actions taken on these. This can be linked to service level agreements and your contracts and to the service itself to see if you need a replacement or if something needs to be changed with that circuit. A favorite quote of mine about art is by William S. Burroughs. Nothing exists until or unless it is observed. An artist is making something exist by observing it, and his hope for other people is that they will also make it exist by observing it. I call it creative observation or creative viewing. Telecom expense isn't just one person looking at invoices and finding cost-cutting and cost-containing issues, anything to dispute. We need to know who will need this information, and who to go to if we have questions regarding a specific need from the services. There are a host of different people that those services affect and who can be utilized for information gathering. Sometimes they are the same people and sometimes not. Service providers and vendors for the are used for the services and what is promised these services will do. Project managers from both the enterprise, which is your business, and the vendor, they should have all the upper level information of the services, including important dates or any major issues that have happened during the installation of the services. Customer services from the service provider for general or specific information about the services. Network operations and provisioning for technical information. Legal department, contract negotiations and terms information, accounting for financial information, and others as well. In order to build a solid, sustainable inventory, what information do you need to inventory? Why do you need this information, and where do you find the information? The basic items that should be in any TEM related inventory should be your circuit information, which is your circuit IDs, types of service, install and disconnect dates. Financial information would include the account numbers, the cost of services per month, billing dates, first and the final invoices. Site information, which would include all the site IDs and aliases, site address, and circuit demarc and contact information. From these basic brushstrokes, you can add in any other information you can think of, and the possible items here are endless. You can trust me. Also consider finding previous circuit information as well as the current, and also add in any pending installs. This will help you with historical data and will cut down on surprise new services showing on the invoice. And where can you get these inventory supplies? There are numerous avenues to shop, but here's where you can begin. Invoices and customer service reports. These are the two main places to begin. Always start with these things. These items contain all the technical and financial aspects of the services. You can use vendor portals are also a prime place to search. TEM solutions, if you have one, your business's NetOps and provisioning departments and project managers are good resources as well. Now, I do admit that the hardest to get information, if you can't get it from the top 2 or 3 options, would be people-oriented, because it might take them a little longer to get back to you. They might also supply you with maybe too much information, but in my world, too much information doesn't exist. I'm constantly adding stuff, adding information that might seem irrelevant at the time, but ends up being very useful. Somebody's going to ask you some crazy question, and surprise, you'll have the answer. And like painting tiny shadows, they give depth and more meaning to the art as a whole. Now you have your piece completed, now what? Why did you paint it? In TEM, the inventory is like the Mona Lisa by Da Vinci. She's not quite smiling because building an inventory is messy, but she is a masterpiece that needs to be shared. The inventory isn't just for your auditing pleasure. It's a place that has comprehensive and cohesive information that many people will ask you about, and they will want quick, accurate answers. So just some thoughts. Keep your inventory separate. Build a variety of inventories, but keep them connected and easy to view. And think of your different inventories as both a hand and its individual fingers. They are separate but connected. And they are the means to hold and use your brushes for the painting. And don't forget to utilize the teams that surround you. Each department and stakeholder holds valuable information that most likely come in handy when you are asked about a certain circuit or contract or location. Once you have built a basic telecom inventory and painted the background on your canvas, you're ready to view your telecom expenses and services more easily, and with each new brushstroke, you get more detail and more knowledge of what services you have and where, what you're paying for it. It will give you a view of what you might have against what you actually need and what you need but don't actually have. And that is it. Thank you. And I'm here for any questions or comments.
All right, that was a great session. Thank you so much for that presentation today. So, our speaker will be in the chat room for the remaining period of time, so please ask your questions and continue the conversation. And then please join us for the rest of our sessions coming up. Visit our sponsors, MobiCord, Upland Software, Vision Wireless, and WidePoint in their booths, and then also hang out with us in the networking lounge. Have a great event.